I'm sorry. I will never cheat on you again. Those girls mean nothing to me. Forgive me, please. Forgive me, please.
For 7 years, I believed my husband was the most loyal man in the world. He was loving, supportive, and always said I was the best thing that ever happened to him. But one night, while doing something as simple as looking for a charger, I found his second phone. And that phone didn't just reveal a secret, it destroyed my marriage. Story time. My name is Ada. 7 years ago, I married a man named Daniel. Daniel was everything a woman could pray for. He was calm, hardworking, and very protective of me. When we first met, he would always say, Ada, I will never hurt you. I want a peaceful home. And honestly, our marriage felt peaceful. We lived in a small but comfortable apartment. Every morning, we drank tea together before work. Every Sunday, we attended church together. People around us always said, you look two perfect couple. And I believed it. There were no late nights, no suspicious call, no strange behavior. Or at least, that's what I thought. Looking back now, the signs were always there. But when you love someone, you don't just see clearly. Daniel always kept his phone very close to him. Even when he went to the bedroom, the phone followed him. If a message came in, he would immediately flip the phone face down. Sometimes, I joke about it. Are you hiding government secrets in that phone? He would laugh and say, work messages. My boss stresses me too much. And because I trusted him, I never pushed further. But then, something strange started happening. Daniel began sleeping later than usual. Sometimes he stayed awake, texting after midnight. Whenever I asked who he was chatting with, he always said, office group chat. Still, I ignored the feeling in my chest until that night. It was a Wednesday evening. Daniel had already fallen asleep, and I was in the living room watching television. My phone battery was dying, so I went to the bedroom to look for a charger. Daniel's side drawer was slightly opened. Normally, I never touch his things, but the charger was usually there. So I opened the drawer, and that's when I saw it. A black phone, not his normal phone, a completely different one. My head started beating fast. I stared at it for almost a full minute. In 7 years of marriage, I had never seen this phone before. My mind started racing. Why would my husband need a second phone? My hand was shaking as I picked it up. And then I pressed the power button. The phone lit up immediately. No password. The first thing I saw was WhatsApp notification. Messages from different women. My stomach dropped. I opened the first chat. Good night, baby. I miss you already. My heart started trembling. I opened another conversation. When will you leave your wife? You promised. My chest felt tight. But the message that completely broke me was this one. I love you. I can't wait for our weekend together. 7 years of marriage, 7 years of trust, and suddenly everything felt like a lie. I kept scrolling, and what I discovered was worse than I imagined. Daniel wasn't just cheating. He had multiple relationships, different women, different conversations, different lies. One woman believed Daniel was planning to marry her, and another thought he was just single. And the worst part, he had been doing this for 3 years. 3 whole years. My heart felt like it's been crushed. I looked at Daniel sleeping peacefully beside me, and for the first time, I felt like I was looking at a stranger. I couldn't sleep that night. The next morning, Daniel woke up smiling like nothing was wrong. Good morning, my love. I said nothing. I simply placed the second phone on the table. His smile disappeared instantly. The silence in the room was heavy. Where did you find that? He asked slowly. I looked straight into his eyes. Your drawer. He didn't speak for a long time. He then said what every cheating partner says. It is not what you think. But this time, I already knew the truth. After hours of arguing, crying and denial, Daniel finally admitted everything. He said he never planned to leave me. He said these women meant nothing. He said that he was just having fun. Fun! That word hurt more than anything. Because while he was having fun, I was building a life with him. I was defending him to friends. I was loving him with my whole heart. For weeks after that day, our love felt like a war zone. Daniel begged for forgiveness. He cried. He promised to change. He even broke the second phone in front of me. But something inside of me had already broken too. Trust. And once trust is gone, love struggles to survive. One evening, I sat alone and asked myself one question. Can I truly live the rest of my life wondering what he is hiding? The answer was clear, no. 3 months later, I filed for divorce. It was the hardest decision I had ever made. Daniel begged me to stay, but I knew something important. A marriage without a trust is like a house without a foundation. Eventually, it will collapse, and ours had already collapsed. Today, I live alone, but I live with peace. And sometimes people ask me, do you regret living? And my answer is always the same. No, because love should never make you feel small, suspicious, or replaceable. And if someone needs a second phone to live their life, then they were never truly meant together. If you enjoyed this story, don't forget to like the video and subscribe for more real life stories like this. And tell me in the comment section, what will you do if you discover your partner had a second phone like mine? Bye! Catch you next time.